Uh, yeah. I want to tell you about that though. I don't know what you guys be talking about. I want to talk about my shit. What is all this? I mean, why are you getting in people's personal business? Whether or not I have schizophrenia is not the point. I don't do no schizophrenia channel. I do my channel. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? I don't do no schizophrenia channel. If I did, whatever. Wouldn't that just be a cool feature you tack on to what I already am? Wouldn't you be like, not only is he a gorgeous motherfucker, he's the craziest motherfucker in the world. That's me. I'm beautiful like that. You know, it's getting pretty bad when everybody comes together and Sammy Bull gets out of prison again, and I fucking hate YouTube, and I hate you. I really do. And he gets out of prison, and it's like, okay, and it opens, and what he does basically, I mean, not only should I go backward with him? You get Salvador Gravano, and he's not only been to the cosmos, he's been to other galaxies as well. Out there with the FBI and the government, gets the deal of a lifetime, wins big on Jeopardy, goes back into his life, tries to put together another crew in Arizona, gets caught again, goes to jail, comes the fuck out. He's only knocking around with John Gotti. That's only his boss. He wasn't a real gangster. He tells stories, right? Yeah, that wasn't him in those tapes holding an umbrella for the Capo de Capo Tutti or whatever. That's not him though, right? He didn't do that. You were involved in 19 murders. That doesn't make you a murderer. Sammy says, I never said I was a murderer like that. I said I was involved. Isn't that bad enough? I don't have to pull the fucking trigger. I sat on the board of directors, for who gets murdered and who doesn't. He's a rat. Well, how old are you? Because that you shouldn't be saying that unless you're like older than me. Those are the only people that got affected by him doing what he did. You know what I mean? What do you care? It was almost the Gambino crime family is still in operation. That's how large they were. Are. It didn't help. It wasn't good. But it rubs off and it gives the Gambino family a little shine too, doesn't it? I would think it would. Oh yeah, we used to know this guy. He used to be with us and all that shit. That's a large family. And then you got, what is it, John Allen? I mean, he's a good talker and stuff. But to me, wasn't he just? I mean, he was kind of a lower level thug. He shouldn't be talking about Sammy. I forget what crew he was even in. It doesn't even matter. But you got kids saying that what he's upset because it's a new generation. People lying to their kids about being gangsters and shit. Either you were or you weren't. I've been telling you all these years that there's so many levels of gangsters. You got a bunch of track losers that hang around the fucking dog track. They're gangsters. That was my family like that. They weren't but my mother's family was they got roots all the way back to Murder Incorporated. Yes, they do. You can check yourself and see. I mean, I don't. I wasn't old enough and I wasn't there, and the shit was dead by the time I was 10 or 11. There's a lot of, and you got prison mafia, you got black mafias, you got all kinds of mafia. You know, I think it's even safe to say my family was mafia in the 90s. You know, by the people they hung out with, where they took orders from, and where the shit fell down, and a lot of it did come down to murders. And it's been 20 some fucking years, so it's safe to talk about like that. These things are just flavorful little ingredients to who people are. He was not mafia. Well, you didn't know him, but of course, I mean, there's all kinds of henchmen underneath, you know. What did John Eli do again? I forget. Wasn't his father? Or I don't even remember. And the whole thing with Mike Francis and Sammy is just they have to work together. So what you're seeing there is just arguments in their office, basically. You know, Mike is a different kind of gangster. That's another point of mine. He's another whole different breed. If you want to get technical, I mean, Mike Francis's scam was one of the biggest grossing blockbuster efforts in the gas the gas scam. You want to fuck around with that kind of power? No, he's not gonna. He's not personally involved, but I mean, you might get fucked up. The point of the matter, it's all about good pussy, and I need to get with it right away. And I don't care who's old and who's not. When are you gonna realize? My idols are all old. I guess you could say they're old, but I would never say that because it's disrespectful. I don't care if you're old. Can your pussy still get wet? Well, then I can fuck around with you. Would I join the slave trade like that? Yeah, I would. For an expensive bitch, certainly I would. Wouldn't you? Yeah, you would. I would too. If it means I can get some pussy out of it and they treat me normally, yeah, it's not really a slave trade. I'm not like good dick like that. I mean, I am because I'm unique and shit. If they want big dick, they can go out on a night I'm not home and get it. But I provide the good dick because it's good stock. You get all this and more, and it's a bargain deal. It's a deal of a lifetime. Some bitches are like that, and I gotta find that bitch. That's my problem, and I'll admit it. I gotta find the bitch that's well-to-do that will throw me a piece of shit car. Because a car right now would be like a fucking spaceship to me. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I mean, I've never had a car. I used to drive my parents when I was like, yeah, I'm 40 something years old now. So a car to me would be like, this bitch gave me the Millennium Falcon, and I fucking love it, and I'll do anything for her, and I will lay down and light myself on fire because she gave me a car and some good pussy, or got me dates with other pieces of pussy. Yeah, I like young girls though. I like young girls. I like them old. It depends on how much of what how piggish they could be. I want a good pig, good cum piggy. Damn it, please. You know what I'm saying? I need a girl that. Remember I did that episode a long time ago. I need a girl that's kind of busted. That's gonna need me. Get me out of this wheelchair. No, I'm leaving, bitch. Help me out of the chair. I need to talk to you, please. I'm leaving you right here. I can have control like that. Help me out of my fucking chair, asshole. No, not until you fucking sing that song that I want to hear. Fucking asshole, I loved you. Yeah. What's wrong with that? See, the more you chisel away at someone, the more it perverts my moral center, my moral compass, you know? Doesn't it seem like, though, this is the age of it's just the death of everything? There is no more rock music. There's not even hip hop anymore. There's no, there's no, I don't really follow sports, but sports doesn't seem like it's even as big as it used to be. What's going on in our culture? My pussy's still wet, Dad. Please, please. That's all I want to hear. That's music to my ears. Please, please. Yeah, that's how you like it. How long does it take to drum up some chicks for me, though? That's the question. To drum some up. Yeah, it's like people trying to deny. You only had the FBI involved. You're like, the guy was a fucking gangster. You know? A lot of people bring up the question, what's the underboss doing in the streets like that? It doesn't fucking matter. Who cares if the whole thing's a fucking lie? That was the motherfucker on those tapes. He did that. He did hard time like that. He's doing some crazy Joe Gallo shit, trying to put when he was in jail. Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome too. He wanted to put together a crew of multinational people, just fucking because he's in prison so long. He comes out tattooed like that. Something happened to him in there. You know what I mean? You don't want to pull the curtain back on some of this shit, do you? Just leave it as it is. It's great. I want to pull the dress off these bitches. Why is it so hard to get that?